So I built a business around $400,000. It was a coaching business, helping people find the right people for their business. Specifically, it was for network marketers who were looking for more customers to buy their product, and also for more business builders to grow their team so that they could build this big network marketing organization. And on the surface, um, that felt like the right diagnosis for the individuals that were coming into my coaching program. They kept saying, I can't find the right people. I can't find the right people. So, naturally, in marketing, and it's what I teach and I still teach, is to use your consumers' language to market to them so that they could better see how you solve their problem. And anyhow, that just became the brand, how to find the right people. In fact, I even built a summit, a twice a year summit called Find the Right People Summit for your network marketing business. So that made sense because they were launching and they did not know how to generate new leads using social media or otherwise. And so about 100 people went through that coaching program, and as a result of that, I began to see what the real problem was for them. I knew that leadership was the main problem before launching my coaching program. What I didn't anticipate to see is the underlying tactical issue that they had. And what it wasn't about not finding the right people, and it really wasn't about high level leadership and their lack thereof of leadership. It was more around their constant shifting of direction before anything had a chance to work out. Like their message was changing, their audience was shifting, their offer was changing, and just as something started to work and gain traction, it got replaced with something new. So they just kept switching strategies. And specifically in the network marketing business, they were switching businesses constantly. So nobody in the marketplace really got to understand what it is that they were an expert at, what it is that they did, what it is that they actually sold, what benefit they actually provided, what value they provided, what outcome they produce. Like it just kept shifting, right? So I gotta, I'm gonna throw myself into the pot on this idea because I have found myself doing the same thing recently. Not during that period of time when I was building my coaching business for the 4 years. It's more so recently within the last 2 to 3 years where I actually shift focus myself. There were moments where I thought, something wasn't working inside of my business when the reality was I just hadn't stayed with it long enough to see the result. Um, and so it's easy to confuse no response from the marketplace. It's easy to confuse lack of sales. It's easy to confuse um, people not commenting back. When there's like you think there's a visibility issue from your audience with this isn't right, right? Um, and maybe it is right. Maybe it is right. And it's just simply too early to diagnose whether it's working, what you're doing is working or not, right? So, this is the pattern that I keep seeing over and over again. And it's a pattern that keeps resetting everything that you are doing. So, you have to make a switch. You have to make a switch, and you have to decide to stick and stay with your idea, stick and stay with your marketing. Um, you have to make sure that people really understand what you're about and what benefits you provide to them. This is what actually builds demand. Demand does not grow because you showed up one time. Demand grows because people continue to see the same signal from you over and over again. Demand grows because the same type of problem, the same type of buyer, the same type of offer, the same type of core message continuously gets communicated from you, because this is what allows someone to recognize you without needing to think about it. They're like, oh my God, I need to go to Sherelle because she actually helps women move out of corporate successfully and build a business. so that they can profit and so they can sustain their lifestyle. That's what people come to me for. So you want to keep drilling in on that message over and over and over again. I was talking to a client last weekend. This happens a lot too, where um, because of her talent and skills and deep expertise, she struggles with talking about what it is that she can provide for people. But when I communicate her value and her message back to her, I hit it every single time. And she's like, "How is it that you're able to do that?" I'm able to do it because I've heard her say it enough, what she's able to provide for clients with regard to the outcome, that I can spit it back to her because I don't have her deep knowledge and expertise. So I don't get confused in the value, all the different myriads of value, multidimensional value that she has, because I don't have that depth within her. I heard one message, I've heard it enough from her, with all the other things that she's talking about, that I can like spit it back to her over and over again in a lot of different ways, right? So you got to resolve to mastery on your business idea. You've got to resolve to mastery on the way that you choose to bring traffic to your business. You got to resolve to mastery on the value and the outcomes that you provide to your end user. Okay? That's how business works. People need to understand how to immediately come to you and how you're going to immediately solve their problem. Okay? So just remember that every time you change direction too quickly, you're resetting recognition. You're making people start over. You're making them learn who you are again, over and over again. You remove the opportunity for your message to compound. And that's what we need to have happen. Your message needs to compound, because when it does, you'll have the opportunity to allow that message to fully land with them, and you can be able to produce the outcome that you ultimately desire.